Listen to me. I know you heard this scripture how many times, especially you those sat in church your whole life. I know you read it, but I need you to see it a little bit different now. I need you to see these disciples as human, just like us. And them boys sitting in that boat hated where they were at. You know the feeling. You going to a job you don't like, working for a boss you don't want to work for, right? And these boys were found that day exactly like you are today. Tell me they weren't, because ain't nobody leave a job they like. They stay there as long as possible. They good with it. And when you good, you good. But when you're not, you're not. And these boys, it says in another passage of scripture, in a different gospel, right? It says they worked all night and they didn't catch nothing. Everyone else was having the success around them. The other boats, they could be loaded up. And these boys worked all night and caught nothing. And we thinking, it's just a bad night. Listen to me. That might have been a bad day. That might have been a bad week. Playing into a bad month. Playing into a bad year. Matter of fact, it could just be bad from the beginning. They started working at 12 years old because daddy told them to. And they hated every day of it. And their hearts were turned. They were ready for something else. Why? They tied up. They weren't doing what was in their heart to do. They knew, just like you, just like me knew, that there's more to this life than this. I ain't going to catch these stinking fish all day. I worked all night and caught nothing. I hate my job. And how many of us can relate to that? They ain't living out their purpose, and they know it. And they dissatisfied with their life. And Jesus shows up, what? Finding them on that post. And he sets them free with a call, because he got good deeds for them. And he says, gentlemen, leave everything. Come follow me, and I will teach you to be fishers of men. And they left everything. Why? Because they were ready to get off this post. And that's where I hope some of us are, ready to get off this post. Because off that post is where life is found. These boys walked into an adventure that they never would have dreamed. They saw stuff their mind couldn't even imagine. They saw this Jesus that called them out, do things in their life, through their life, walking beside their life, that they could have never contemplated on their own. And yet, God set them free for good works planned before. All they had to do was follow. Feel me?